losers will give you losing advice coming from the losing perspective. A reflection on myself. Again, I am not without my flaws. I am not perfect. And a disclaimer here. This is not a, what's it called? What's that fucking word? This is not a call for a pity party. And I do hold, as usual, hold myself accountable from everything from birth all the way up, from every day, every month, every year that led up to this moment here. Whether I was lied to, given the proper advice, sabotaged, or helped, told to go left or right, up or down, take action or no action. Everything is led up. Everything that's led up to here is me. But with that in mind, in no particular, because just as thoughts inspired just by life, simple little arguing over small things that take away a major focus, that distract the focus in a major way. You know, in my bloodline, no one's earned that title, not one. In my bloodline, or people that I grew up with, well, they don't tattoo. And there's other things I've done in life where my bloodline, the people I grew up with, people I was raised by, the experts, the adults, the teachers, those that call themselves friends and family, didn't do or even attempt. Would you take advice from someone about going to another continent on how to do a trip to another continent by yourself, if that person's never done such traveling on another continent by themselves? Would you get advice from someone who advice, insight, feedback from someone who never created or designed their own product or service? Would you seek advice from someone who hasn't tried, failed, tried, and succeeded? Me, unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know. Because, unfortunately, I didn't execute, or I feel like I left some potential, some chances, some opportunities canned on the sideline from following advice from losers from a losing perspective. And I bring this up again because, you know, when I discuss with people about, you know, the rising crime, the dumbasses you run into the street, the people that are, or even the people that are just miserable at work, people who I would like to say, because it's perspective, that have it off better than me. In so many ways, but again, it's perspective that one could say, oh, well, you don't understand, the house could be better, the car could be better, I could get paid more at this job, there could be world peace, this or that. And I think when I earned this title, tattooer, plus 2 more other careers, and I thought, man, you know what? Man, I could have earned another title, and that one could have probably led up to another one. And no, man, if I could have asked and said, well, what do you think I should do after high school? Well, just get a job and have a kid. Times where the dating or relationship advice was treat her good. And some people could say, well, that's good. That's an excellent that's an excellent point. Okay, now what if I thought that treating her good meant, you know what, I should share my heroin with her, and I should smoke cigarettes and turn them out on her skin like this, on her shoulder, every time before bed. That's what I would think that's how I would interpret as treating her good. And to me, what triggers me is again little arguments, the small complaining, the wow, how I wish I could have done that. Oh, you know what, I could have done that. All those little things, because all those things of regret. I think was it the fear or the pain? The pain of regret. I'm trying to remember here. The pain of regret. I think what it was, but it was something like, I think it's the pain or suffering from failure. It's not as bad as the pain of regret. And wow, man, when I heard that, oh yes, that definitely did hurt me. I hurt when I heard that, because you know, I've shared that insight with people younger than me, and I said, and I've just summarized my life up to them. I said, you know, if I would have done this, and I could have done this and that, and I still would have tackled this and that, done this and that, and later on down the road, because this opportunity was available. But no, some things you can't go back and do. That should be a title of another video. Sometimes you can't go back and do it again. And I think of man, this is one piece of shit that I grew up alongside with, and very similar background, age, schools, friends, social network. what, maybe one math class higher. That's about it. Not taller, definitely not stronger than this motherfucker. But this motherfucker spiraled into chaos, man, into recklessness. And I remember someone saying, well, yeah, that's pretty sad what happened to him. And I thought, nah, no. I don't feel sorry for them. I remember when this piece of shit, as I was doing something else in life, it's like, hey, dude, you want to come and smoke out with us? At the time, this motherfucker was smoking crystal meth. I've never tried it. I've seen people use it, do it, slang it. Hey, good on you, mate. You want to fucking smoke that, sell that? Hey, all the best to you. You know, but you gotta take the, you gotta risk consequences with the rewards of it, whether it's pleasure or profit, with prison or death or overdose or just self-destruction, man. And you know, there are people that are just it just gets to me because there's another video I want to make called I would like to call it I don't give a shit about you, but I would rather say I don't care about you, in a sense that, you know, I think people want to communicate with you in a sense that, oh, well, take it easy. What's the weight? What's the smallest weight, the smallest challenge, the smallest burden you could lift that could sort of help you coach it with just a couple of words, and then you could be victorious, and then I could say, yeah, I made it happen. Yeah, of course, man, you did it with my advice. Oh, I knew that all along. Sort of vibe. Because even on this path right here, look, there's no guarantee of success. Zero. Yeah, well, why do you do it, man? That's stupid, man. You're gonna end up homeless and asshole naked, living under a freeway. That's possible too. But no, dude, I just need to get after it, man. Because when I reflect on the opportunities that have come and passed, the pain of rejection, of failure, of cold, of heat, of exhaustion, of not having it work out, it's okay. It's tolerable when compared to, again, to the pain of regret. And I think at times it can't be in the form, it could be in the form of advice, but also in the form of watching other people grow up, or observing them and thinking, oh, well, that's the proper way to speak. Well, that's the proper way to think. Well, that's the proper way to live. And before you know it, you start executing. Imagine if someone plays golf, but with that golf club upside down. I don't know how to play golf, so I don't know whatever you call that shit, the head or the grip. But let's say you just watch someone play golf that way, you know, and well, basically you say, oh, well, you know, well, Papa taught me that, Mama taught me that, well, Big Bro taught me that, Big Sis, Little Sis, the cousin, the auntie, they taught me that. Instead of saying, you know what, hey, that's bad advice, let's just clunk that. So just an awareness on bad advice. Get after it, motherfuckers.